Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm your host, Lawrence, over at Mighty Comics Collectibles, and today, of course, is the top 10 comics of the week. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're new to this video, what I do is I take 10 books off the Key Collectors app runners-up list. Some amazing books sell every week, and it teaches me something new about comics every time I do this list, so make sure you're watching every Tuesday morning. It drops 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. Now, with that said, if you are new to the channel, do yourself a favor, hit that sub button. You will not regret it, but I also need you guys to please hit that like button for me. We got to get this video up to at least 250 likes just to share with everyone who loves comics. Now, with that said, let's get into this week's top 10 comics of the week. Starting it all off this week at number 10 is Amazing Spider-Man number 10 from Volume 3. Published by Marvel Comics in 2015, this issue features the first appearance of Spider-Punk in alternative reality Hobie Brown. It starts us off this week with the biggest gainer of the week in a CGC 6.5, selling for $97, up an incredible 385% since 2022. Coming in at number 9 this week is some DC goodness. It is Detective Comics number 469. This issue boasts the first appearance of Dr. Phosphorus, a villain who is perpetually on fire after being exposed to massive amounts of radiation. Published by DC Comics in 1977, Dr. Phosphorus makes the list at number 9 with an all-new high sale in a CGC 9.8, selling for a cool $1,080 and up 35% since January. Back to Marvel at the 8th spot this week is Tales of Suspense number 52. Of course, everyone knows this issue. It's the first appearance of Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow. Published by Marvel Comics in 1964, it takes the 8th spot this week with a .5 incomplete, selling for only $169 and up 8% since 2019. We're flip-flopping every other one. Marvel and DC. At number 7 this week is Batman number 1. Now you're going to ask me, how does Batman number 1 only make the list at number 7? It's because this copy was a reprint published by DC Comics in the year 2000. This complete reprint with story and advertisements to boot was distributed with the Batman Masterpiece Edition box set by Chronicle Books, which was packaged with a 9-inch statue of Batman and a hardcover book that chronicled the golden age of Batman. It takes the 7th spot with an insane sale in a CGC 9.6, selling for $1,150, up 44% since January, for a goddamn reprint. For the second week in a row, at number 6 this week is Action Comics number 419. This iconic cover by Neil Adams is one of my personal favorites and features the first appearance of the Human Target. Published by DC Comics in 1972, it makes a new high this week in a CGC 9.6, selling for $896, up an incredible 52% since 2022. It is now time for our Mark Jewelers book of the week, and it's not a key issue, believe it or not, but it's a double cover. It is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number 86. Published by Marvel Comics in 1984, it takes the top Mark Jewelers spot with a CGC 9.8 with the Mark Jewelers insert and a double cover, selling for only $450 with no previous data available. For value context, in October, a standard direct sold only for $36. Back to the list, at number 5 this week is Strange Tales number 97. This issue features a prototype for Peter Parker's aunt and uncle, also named Aunt May and Uncle Ben. This issue also had a cross-promotion text teaser for Incredible Hulk number 1, which was released only 1 week later. Published by Marvel Comics in 1962, it makes the list at number 5 with a CGC 5.0 with another double cover, selling for $223 and no previous data available. Let's finally hit on some Golden Age this week. At number 4 is Large Feature Comics number 16. Published by Dell in 1941, this issue features the first appearance of Daisy Duck, then referred to as the New Lady Next Door. Reprinted from a newspaper strip, her first original appearance in comics takes place 3 years later in Walt Disney Comics and Stories number 36. This one takes the 4th spot this week with 2 sales and a 2.0. One for $803 and one for $500, with both having no previous data available. Now let's get into the top 3. At number 3 is Batman number 237. This iconic hardcover and story concept inspired by Bernie Wrightson and Harlan Ellison features the first appearance of the Reaper, Ben Groner. This one also contains cameos of Marvel characters including Havoc, Thor, Spider-Man, and Captain America as people in Halloween costumes. Bernie Wrightson, Jerry Conway, and Alan Weiss also make appearances in the panel. Published by DC Comics in 1971, it rounds out the 3 spot with a sale in an 8.0, selling for $350, up 8% since December. How about this one? At number 2 this week is another era comic. Making the list this week at number 2, it is Uncanny X-Men number 300. This copy was manufactured without the gold foil on the Prism cover. Published by Marvel Comics in 1993, it makes an all-new high sale this week in a CGC 9.6, selling for a crazy $1,200 and up an astounding 135% since 2018. And finally, at the top spot this week, back to DC, it is Superboy number 5. This issue features a prototype for Supergirl, believe it or not. Published by DC Comics in 1949, it takes a top spot this week with a sale in a CGC 4.0, selling for a crazy $1,600, up an incredible 158% since 2022. So that's it for the top 10 this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I want to take a moment to remind you guys, I do a podcast every week here on the channel and on its own channel, the Mighty Rewind Podcast. Make sure you're checking them out. I got some awesome guests that I've been with and some great guests upcoming. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching, happy collecting, and I'll talk to you guys soon.